Hello and welcome to Inside Game of War. This is Slaggy and this is a guide to crafting core equipment. A lot of people have requested help with crafting core equipment and I thought a video guide would be the best way to show you that. So let's go into the forge and take a look. I'm going to go into the craft core equipment screen and here we see a list of cores. The cores are split into different item slots and across the top here we can see they're split into weapons, helmets, armors, accessory, feet, and something that doesn't exist yet. And if we come across to the pieces tab here, we can see all of our pieces. On the pieces screen, we have these tabs across here which do not correspond to item slots, but instead they are different types of pieces. These are attacking pieces, these are defensive pieces, these are troop-related pieces, and silver pieces, hero pieces, none of which exist yet. The basic anatomy of a core is one core and a number of pieces which are inserted into that core. The number of pieces can be between 3 and 6 depending on the level of research that you have completed. So to start with, you choose a core. I'm going to start with this level 1 fork sword core, and by clicking on it, it adds it to the recipe. If you want to see the stats for your current core piece, you just click on the core and it tells you the current boost as well as the duration that the core will last. If you want to get an overview of all of your core stats, you can click on this core stats button and that will show you information on all of the cores and all of their stats, and you can add them directly to your recipe from here. So having added your core, you now come across to the pieces screen on this tab here and we start to add pieces. As on the cores tab, you can also click this pieces stats button and that will give you a more useful view of all of the boosts that your pieces give you. So I'm just going to scroll down through and add 3 various pieces. You cannot have 2 pieces the same, all of the pieces must be different. And then when you are finished, you just click this pieces button and then you click craft. It gives you a silver cost there, 39,293. It doesn't tell you how long it will take, but I know this will take approximately 8 hours to craft. And if you want to see the total final stats of your piece, you just click on it and there you are. There's all of your boosts and your boosted duration. A few things to note: to remove pieces from your recipe, you just click them and they are removed like that. Also, you can only add cores where you have done the corresponding research. This account has done research up to level 3, so you can add level 3 cores. But if I try to, for example, let's just remove this one. Let me just remove this one. You can click this X here to remove everything and start all over again. So I can add a level 3 core, but I cannot add a level 4 core. I get this message saying more research is required. We'll go look at that in a moment. But before we do, it's worth noting that if I add a level 1 core, I can add any level of piece, even if I have not done the research for it. So I can add, for example, this level 5 cloth button, even though I have not researched above level 3 on the research screen. One thing that is important is that this does not show all of your pieces. If I come to piece stats here, this is not all of the pieces that I own. MZ have limited the number of pieces that you can see at any one time. So if I want to see my complete inventory of pieces, I need to go to another screen. This makes crafting your items slightly frustrating, but I will show you how you do it. You come out of that screen, you come back into your core pieces screen here. If I just go across to pieces, you will see I have these pieces. These are the ones that we've already seen. But as I scroll down, you will see that some of them are blacked out. These are the pieces that I own but don't currently have access to. So if I want to use them in a crafting recipe, I have to click on one and then select this swap button. I then have to use an item to swap the piece. I'm going to choose an unlocked piece that I want to swap for, so I'm swapping some of these out. I'm going to get rid of this level 5 cloth button, and there we go. So I can swap it for 400 gold or use a piece swap button. Now the slightly frustrating thing about this is when you're trying to craft an item, you can't see all the pieces that you have access to unless you come into this screen. And then to see all the boosts, you don't have that useful piece stats view. You have to click on each one. Oops, sorry, not this screen. Go back one more. This screen, you have to click on each piece to see what the stats are before clicking on the next one. Now let's quickly go across to the research screen to see the core research items. Just going to go back into craft core equipment. I'm going to try and craft the level 5 core and click go research. So these core masteries are the key ones. These are the ones that let you craft higher levels of core equipment. This account, as we can see, has researched up to level 3, which allows it to craft level 3 cores and lower. Other interesting things in this tree are, starting from the top, we've got crafting refinement, which reduces any debuff resulting from crafting with a level 1 core. Some of the cores and pieces have a negative boost, and this will reduce the amount of that boost. Piece gathering increases the chance of finding a piece material while occupying a resource tile. Core gathering, the same thing, but increases the chance of finding a core material while occupying a resource tile. Crafting cost reduction is exactly what it says. It reduces the silver cost when crafting. And here we get to the really juicy bits. 4th gem slot in core relic foot armor. That allows you to add a 4th gem to any of your core relic foot armors. And here, 4th piece crafting slot. This will allow you to upgrade to a 4th piece, and lower on down the tree we have a 5th piece and a 6th piece. Duration here, this increases the duration that your cores and relic equipment will last for. We can see here that the total boost is perhaps something like 20-25% if you add all of those up. And there we have it. Cores can be very powerful, especially at the higher levels. They are well worth crafting. One thing worth noting, if you put a gem into a core item, it'll fall out after the item expires. This makes it well worth filling your cores with gems. There is no reason not to. Now, hopefully by the time you are viewing this, and if not then shortly afterwards, Inside Game of War is planning to have a full list of cores, pieces, and all of their boosts that should be there imminently. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, it will already be there. If not, it'll be any day soon. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video and good luck.